So this dinosaur has exaggerated big features. The first one that I notice is the head. Now when you're doing this dinosaur, you want to make sure you're starting the head off to the side of the paper and not in the middle, because you've got the tail and the head that come out from the middle of the body. So maybe, I guess, what you could start with is the middle of the body. And then you want to make sure you get the angle of that tail correct. And then you have a little bit of neck, and it doesn't come out on an angle like the tail does, it just comes out slightly. And then you've got this head. I think maybe I was inspired to pick this picture because I just watched the new Jurassic Park movie with my kids, my family, the other night. Did you guys watch that show? It's pretty intense. Okay, so we've got this. Is the head bigger than the body? What do you guys think? Yeah. Okay, so I'm happy that this soft-sided rectangle is bigger than the soft-sided square. Now what I'm going to do is just go in and get shapes and thicknesses of like the neck and the tail correct. And this kind of slopes out where his beak nose area is, okay? And this would curve up farther to the right. It's not quite centered like I put here. And then the mouth, you have this really cool overbite. So don't miss that feature. And then the neck starts about here. You start coming down, and then you've got this little curve of the chest. I'm going to erase these. I feel like some people can just draw over their sketch lines. For me, it helps me look at the proportions a little better. And I think I want to drop this down even a little bit more. Okay, then back here it comes, bumps, and it almost curves back in, and then this is like the back hip bump. And just pay attention to how thick this tail is. It's quite thick. And this area would be connected, and it looks like it angles down. So if that seems right, then go on.
Ben Gotling, come to the office. Ben Gotling, come to the office.
And then you have your legs, and you want to pay attention to from here to here. Where do these legs start? I might have bumped that a little. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, so this back leg, it seems about here. This front leg, the arms start about here, and then the leg comes. So you've got this whole joint here. So I would say here, and it curves where the knee would be, just slightly under this chest area. And then in the back, look at the thickness of the tail between the leg and the tail. And then it has a definite angle. And then they go right into the feet, so you don't have to worry about any distance legs. I feel like this distance here is a little thicker, so I might need to bring this up a little bit. So you're always looking at relationship of this thickness, that thickness. Look at the drawing. If it's wrong, adjust it. Don't just keep going on. Okay, then we can go into the feet. The feet shape, you know, you have this angle that comes down here. Actually, I think it angles like this a little bit more. And then they're big. I love these big claw area. Okay, and then same with the other side. So you're bending back here. You see a little bit of where it ends. Let's fix that. And then the big claw area out here. And those claws might take some time, so if you don't get to those quite yet, that's fine. I do want to look at the hands. What kind of dinosaur do you guys think this is? Allosaurus? Any other guesses? I'm not even sure. To me, it almost seems like a raptor. Okay, so now I'm going to stop. This is just your basic outline before I do any more details. I'm feeling pretty good about this. I might need to just round that a little bit more. I'm going to erase some of these lines. Okay, now I want to go in and maybe let's figure out where the eye goes. Now, look from distance from this left side to the right side of the head. We're closer to the left side. We're not dead center. And he's got this like sneaky little eye. And then your nose. And maybe I dipped this a little low. And see, this is wrong because look where my eye is. And look where my mouth is. That's supposed to be closer. See, look over here. I can tell I've messed up. That cheek and the eye. So I really need to elongate that. So that sucked. Let's redo that. Okay, so I'm still starting over here, but I need this to be this long eye, and this eye comes out big. And then I feel better about that, and then I can curve that up sneakily, and I've got lines. Yeah, that seems a little closer. Maybe not 100% accurate, but that looks better, right? Okay, teeth, I've got, you know, I don't actually care. You can do as many teeth as you want. You can copy exactly how many teeth they've done here. If you want to start drawing and you feel comfortable, you can, or you can keep watching. There's a bump in my desktop right there. I always love hands, whether on creatures, animals, humans. I like how there's bigger and smaller parts and weird bumps, so really exaggerate that on this killer dinosaur, because when they look more jaggedy and we've got these cool bumps, it seems like it's more fierce and mean. Notice how now that I'm more sure about my lines, I can go in and thicken them up, make them darker. Okay, now for the feet, if you're still paying attention, we've got, it looks like 3 toes, right? So they give the idea that, you know, there's 3 by these lines right here. And then I'm just going to come and bump it and then come in for the claw. It's not too complicated there. And then I'm overlapping everything else behind. On the eye, make sure you leave a highlight or 2. They have some cool scales going on that I'm not going to worry about because of time. But if you want to, you can. Okay, other foot, same idea. We just have a bump, and a small bump. Okay, awesome. That was fun.